Racing, a sport full of rich people with expensive watches and multi-million-pound yachts. But how padded does your wallet really need to be? The truth is, if you had to ask the question, you probably can't afford it. We're going to look at 5 different levels of racing and compare the costs, with the last one being the most expensive. Let's start with sim racing. I'm putting this one as the cheapest because it technically can be. I mean, you can pick up a used Logitech G920 for £100 these days, buy a Assetto Corsa for a tenner and be out on track. If you want to go a little bit further though, you can put together a sim rig which can cost anywhere from about £1,500. Then to top it off, you can get a sim like iRacing, which has a subscription fee of about £100 per year. If you want to buy all the tracks and cars, it'll cost you about another £1,000. But I know what you're thinking, sim racing isn't real racing, and you're right. So let's move on to the second option, rental karting. Now, it's by far the cheapest way to get out on track in real life. I mean, if you go a reasonable once a week, it'll only set you back about £2,000 over the course of a year. Bargain. But you do pay the price for it being that cheap. On a good day, your car's 3 seconds off pace, and on a bad day, your wheel falls off. But it's not all bad. I mean, there are some proper rental karting championships like BIKC and BRKC, plus many other smaller local tournaments that can be quite competitive. You also have championships like Club 100 with faster and better maintained karts, and a season in those can cost you about £3,000. Professional karting. Now, this is what F1 drivers mean when they talk about karting. Tiny little things that weigh 100 kilos and have a higher top speed than your Nan's Fiat Punto. A national season in one of these can cost between £10,000 and £50,000, but if you want to do international karting, you can say goodbye to well over £100,000. With professional karting, you do have the option to do club championships that can be much cheaper after you buy the car, as long as you do all your own transport, storage and maintenance. If it sounds like I'm pulling these numbers out of thin air, I promise you I did very thorough research prior to making this video. Anyway, if those numbers don't make you want to crawl up into a ball and cry, let's move on to car racing. Now, this varies a lot depending on the championship you enter, but let's just take British Formula 4 as an example. Full season will cost you just shy of £300,000. Formula 4 not pricey enough for you? Have a look at Formula 3, with a staggering season cost of over £1 million. You don't have to go down the Formula route though. If you want to have a look at something like Ginetta Juniors, the price can be as cheap as £80,000 for a season. I think it's safe to say if your surname isn't Stroll, you should probably find a new sport.